2, 1.
I am so stoked right now. I just got the Hollyland Lark M2 in the mail today from Amazon, and I cannot wait to test this guy out and see if it is a great wireless mic for sports. If you've watched any other reviews of the Hollyland Lark, you're definitely going to want to stick around for this one because most folks are sitting at home, but I am going to do my very best to put this thing through the ringer today to help us decide if it is a great wireless mic for sports, outdoor sports specifically, such as rock climbing. We're gonna start this video with my normal setup. It's a Lumix G9 for the camera, and on top I have a Rode shotgun mic that just plugs into the camera with a normal 3.5mm jack. But as we dive later into this video, we're gonna do some different tests with the Hollyland Lark. Let's dive in with the unboxing. I got the combo kit. So this is gonna allow me to film with both my camera and mobile phone. Charging case. Super tiny. I was expecting a little bigger, to be honest. Oh, the good stuff. Microphone. It's about the size of my eye. Could be a pirate. The mics come with magnets. The receiver that goes on the top of my camera. And this is gonna go into my Android phone. An iPhone attachment. Got a pouch. Jack for the camera. Charging cables. We've got the necklace. Mic with the necklace attachment. Got the clip here, doesn't pull down too much. We've got fun stickers, emojis with like funny faces. I don't know, is this an angry face? Cold face, could be fun. I'm always climbing outside in the winter. And that's pretty cool. I like that you can put a black or white sticker on there if you want to cover up their logo. Last but not least, this is the wind muff. Time for the good stuff, testing. First test for the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless mic. I'm going to be doing this rock climb right behind me. First, we're going to use the Hollyland Lark, and then I'll repeat the climb with my Rode shotgun mic so we can compare and contrast the audios. For me, this is the main reason that I got the Hollyland Lark M2s. So we're going to test this climb that's a little bit easy. It should be a warm-up for me to see how the magnet does, and then we'll try a slightly harder climb with a little bit more quick physical movements to see how it does. As you can see, this rock climb is a little bit on the higher side. Pull on. Get that first hold pretty good. Feet are a little glassy. Keep working my feet up. First climb of the day. Finally, fall temps are coming in. It's always a nice welcome sight. I love those good hand holds. Keep using my feet. A spotter would always be better in this case, but I should be all right. Let's see how I want to top this thing out. And I think if I'm right, I should have a handhold here in the back. Of course, I never do these warm-ups very well. Yeah, that was a little scary. I missed the handhold. It was right in the back. And of course, there's a chalk line to where I should have gone. I'm at the top of the climb now. Probably not in the camera view anymore. Whew. Classic. I always get pumped out and get those forearms working on the very first one of the day. Let's do the down climb. It's on the back of the boulder. I imagine that the connection's gonna get lost because I do have to go down and around. So I'll come back around and we'll see if it's still connected, the mic. Ta-da! And I'm back. Did the mic cut out? We'll see in a little bit. Now I've switched back to my Rode shotgun mic and we're gonna repeat the climb and see how the audio sounds. To be fair, since I did have the dead cat on for the Hollyland Lark M2s, I'm going to also leave the dead cat on my shotgun mic. Good handholds to start. Working my way up the edges. Yeah, so a lot better that time. And that's take two. When I put this on the computer, I'm gonna try not to fiddle with the audio too much. So I'm not gonna crank up the volume a whole lot, just so you can hear the difference. I'm back here with the dead cat on with the Hollyland Lark M2. We're gonna try the second climb of the day. This time I'm gonna be starting in the same spot as before, but I'm gonna be traversing out left diagonally through this beautiful crack line. This climb is a little bit more difficult, so I'm gonna have to pay a lot more attention. The feet are smaller and the wall is maybe about 20 degrees overhanging. In the middle, there's a more dynamic movement where I'm going to have to swing my foot from the right out to the left. So I want to see if the mic is gonna hold on tight. Right now, for these first tests, the setting that I'm using is the just the regular setting. I've not put on the noise cancellation, but since it is a little bit breezy, I do have the dead cat on. Okay, that's a good hold. Get the foot up. Okay. And then I'm gonna work my way out this crack. Okay, this is a pretty good hold still, but now the feet are gonna get a lot worse. And let's see if I can make the move. I think I've got my hands backwards. There we go. Here comes the foot swing. Cross under. Yeah. And in theory, it should be finished. It's easy from here, but it is a little bit high, and I don't like these high boulders ever. There's a good hold here in the back. And get my foot up, and up and over I go. Whew. Fast warm-up today. And now I'm going to repeat the final part of the climb, the easiest part, but I've taken off the Hollyland Lark M2 and I've taken off my Rode shotgun mic. So this is only with my Lumix G9 internal microphone. I'm going to start from this good hold here in the middle of the wall, get to this flake, good hold, and go in for that last good hold from before, and voila. Now, one of the biggest concerns that I had when I was looking for wireless microphones for sports, and especially with the Hollyland Lark M2, was this magnet that comes with it. This is the magnet that would go on the inside of your clothing when you're using the wireless mic. And one good thing that the Hollyland team did was that on the inside of the microphone, as you can see, well, maybe not, there's a little arrow that points to the top where the microphone is. So when you have on this dead cat, you know actually which direction the microphone's pointing. But just one of my nightmares is that I'm going to be doing sports outside, like 30 meters up on this rock face or 100 feet up, and then I'm going to make a sudden movement and this microphone's going to go tumbling, and I'm just going to say au revoir, goodbye to a couple $100. Just for testing's sake, we're going to take the magnet and put it on the inside of the shirt as before. And now I'm going to do the same rock climb, but what I'm going to do is when I get to that top last good hold, I'm going to jump off, and we're going to see if the mic moves at all. Jumping, jumping, jumping. Jumping, 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 jumping. That microphone magnet is not going anywhere. I'm 5'6". I think by the time I get to the top of the climb, that last hold's gonna be, you know, a good 10 or 12 feet up. And I'm almost at the top again. I definitely don't want to jump. Let's imagine that we're gonna take a fall from the top. Definitely don't want to. My poor knees. 1, 2. Whoa. Whew. This mic magnet has not gone anywhere. So unless you're like physically swiping it, like brushing it with your arm accidentally, as you can see I'm just doing light little brushes here, I think this magnet's gonna stay pretty much in place. Okay, so now in the instance, this was a really good recommendation I had actually from my dad. So thanks, Dad, if you're watching this. If you're doing like a sport or something where you're afraid of losing the microphone, these magnets are available on the Hollyland Lark website, or at least I looked quickly and they were, for about $10 or 10 euros. And I imagine that you could probably find some just at like a hardware store that would work pretty much similarly. So that's not like the worst thing that you could lose. So one option could be to take the microphone and put it inside of your shirt pocket here. I have some shirts that actually button close and fold over, so there'd be absolutely no way that you lose the microphone itself. If it did get bumped and then fell off, you would only lose this small microphone piece. So let's put it inside the shirt and see how it sounds. So the microphone is now inside of my shirt. If you're afraid that your microphone's gonna fall out of your pocket, if you put inside one of these shirt pockets like this, it is definitely not going anywhere. I've got one final idea to test the strength of the Hollyland Lark M2 magnet, and I'm gonna cut to that right now. I'm gonna do a backflip. This is the first one I've done in I think like 3 or 4 years. It's a pretty aggressive motion, and I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. Ooh, and the microphone didn't move at all. Nice. We are in the French Pyrenees. The game plan is to ride down La Col de la Loge. Lucy's gonna follow behind in the car. We're gonna see how fast we can go and test the dead cat on the Hollyland Lark wireless mic. We actually did this yesterday, but we're 95% sure that we just got too excited and didn't pay attention to the noise cancellation. So when we were going down the hill, there are a few moments where my voice gets a little bit choppy. I'll put those clips in and we can see how it sounds. Today, we are sure that we have the noise cancellation off. Let's get going. We're gonna start pretty chill. Lucy's gonna stay as close to me as we can. Right now, we're going 22 kilometers an hour, pretty slow. But we're gonna pick up speed here in a minute. Going 30. For the moment, pretty content with the magnet. Seems like the magnet holds on to your clothes pretty well. I'm confident that if you're doing something like cycling, you're on a motorcycle, this magnet's gonna hold on pretty tight. I've now gone down this hill a couple of times with the mic, doing different tests. It sounds pretty good. We're at 40 kilometers an hour right now. Road's a little damp this morning. Wow, nice, woohoo! Now we got this beautiful view of the French Pyrenees. Got the villages down below, La Yagon. This is what it would sound like with just a mobile phone device with no cover. I'm gonna speed up as much as I can. 50, 55, 60, woohoo! Nice. Oh yeah, that's scary. And let's go as fast as we can. We're gonna test this out. Yeah, nice. Cycling down the mountain in the French Pyrenees. See how fast we can go. Can we get it to 60? 60 kilometers an hour. We're at 60 kilometers an hour, 64 kilometers an hour. Woo! 65. I'm gonna come closer. I'm pretty far away right now. How fast we can get it. We're coming direct line of sight to the microphone. We're going 30, 30, 35, 40, 41, 43, coming towards Lucy. We're waving, going super fast. Ah! I wish I could have a lazy life just like those cows over there to the left. They look pretty happy over there, munching on their grass, waving their tails, wandering off into the distance.